Oh, hell yeah, brothers. Welcome to the podcast, Stop Crying Poser. Can I get a, oh, hell yeah? We do this podcast every single Friday right around 3:30 p.m. Pacific time, right here on twitch.tv/Ninja Lifestyle. We got Meatball Head, Rollfest, Joe, Day-Day, Scrambles, Paul Miranda, Keith Skates, NATO, Day-Day, Sammy Baked, Rollfast, Keith Skates, Day-Day, some other people, E-Tillmania. Today is going to be one of our worst podcasts we've ever done. It's been a painfully uneventful week. It's been painfully uneventful. Nothing's been going on. I've been doing my regular weekly things where I go skating on Tuesday, Ninja Review on Monday, go to the bar on Wednesday, maybe go to the bar on another day, Tuesday, because Asian John's in town. But nothing exciting has happened. I go to the bar, I get drinks, and we leave. Usually I'd have this great story where I met some weird person and they said something weird and then make a laugh about it, but really nothing going on. I played pool with Asian John and we tried to stream it, and there must be some link between streaming a game of pool, a game of billiards, and automatically losing. I could win 20 games in a row, especially for somebody as untalented as Asian John and the other people I play with on a weekly basis. As soon as the camera turns on, I'm just terrible. I feel like I'm making these shots like they're lining up perfectly in my head, and then nothing goes in. So that's exciting, right? I pray that this is not anyone's first podcast. I pray that there's no like new people here. We have a good time. We laugh, we smile, we talk about movies. Last night, streamed here on Twitch, drank more than enough to party, and then drank some more, and it was great. The chat room says I was rolling on the ground with Gucci Mane playing, which is right where we need to be on a Thursday night. Toronto Toad says, last night I cried. Maybe I was being mean. Can you imagine just me being mean and all my viewers are at home like, I imagine you're saying you cried because it was funny. Yeah, I know there was a lot of laughter. Usually I get that fucked up too, and there's a mess to be cleaned up. Like I try to leave the room and I fall down and beer flies everywhere, or I spill something on the ground. Not yesterday. No problems yesterday. No problem gaming. That was great. I ate an entire pizza to myself during the stream, which I woke up today. You would think like, oh, you're hungover. No, I wasn't hungover at all. Feel great today. But the pizza made me feel like sluggish and slow, and my back is aching. My body hurts, probably from just eating way too much, and it's super unhealthy. Speaking of that, Domino's, you fuck bitch company, I had a free pizza. I earned it. I bought X amount of pizzas in in the 1 month period, and I was given a free pizza, and then I checked on it to redeem my free pizza, and it's gone. Now it says I need to eat 2 more pizzas in the next 6 days. Who has that many special occasions? Who's eating pizza at that rate? Like maybe if you had kids, I guess. Like, oh yeah, you got good grades, and I don't know. I imagine like kids would make you want to get pizza that often, but I just live here by myself, and the dog can only have a little bit of crust here and there, so there's no way I'm gonna get that many pizzas. Also, they fuck it up all the time. Lately, they've been doing a good job. If you keep the toppings like under 3, usually their brains can handle it. If you dared go over 4 toppings, the entire place would crumble to the ground. They would be like, oh, pepperoni, okay, sausage, okay, I understand that, ham, okay, and then as soon as you say jalapenos, they'd be like, what? No, 3 toppings. I know, but 4, I just pay an extra $1. Nope, can't understand 4. Can't do it. They don't have enough like gigabytes in their brain or something. Keith says, I work with a guy who eats that much pizza, but he could roll down a hill in any direction. When I was a kid, I used to eat a lot of Hot Pockets. My grandpa would always say this. I never forgot it. He goes, you eat so many Hot Pockets, you're going to turn into a Hot Pocket. And I don't know why I remember that saying, but now whenever somebody's like, yeah, I love jalapeno poppers, I'm like, oh, you're going to turn into one. and no one laughs, but it's funny to me. Anyways, the pizza also has given me bad dreams. You think we could make a lawsuit about that? I ate all your Domino's pizza and I immediately had a bunch of bad dreams, pain and suffering for the next 10 years. All I think about is all these terrible, terrible situations. I had bad dream after bad dream after bad dream after bad dream, and they're all different. There was no theme. In fact, it's funny that Stems is in the chat right now. He was in one of my dreams. Him and his lady. You want to talk about a bad dream? Him and his lady were having a barbecue, and I'm gonna try to explain this in a way that makes sense. They were having a barbecue, and they had 50 pounds of ground beef, an insane amount of ground beef. And instead of making a ball and turning it into a patty, they made one giant flat rectangle and they laid it down on some sand, some wet sand. I don't know why. And then they were going to move it from the sand to like a grill to cook one giant square patty and then cut it. And then cut the square patty into smaller square patties and then serve it like that after it's been laying on sand, on dirt. So he was about to serve me some dirt. And I may never financially recover from that memory. And that's not it. There was more. There was one, and then next dream, I wake up, I go, oh God. Ugh. Okay, go back to sleep. The next dream, I'm cooking this time. My fucking stove catches on fire. I don't have anything to put it out. Where's all the dirt? Where's the dirt from the last dream? I don't want to use fire. I don't want to use water. I don't want to use fire to put out the fire. I don't want to use water to put out the fire because it might create a bigger like flame. So I'm just sitting there like splashing it with the pickle water. Hannibal Buress joke. Just flicking it. Oh my God. And then, sometimes the bad dreams, they don't make any logical sense. On top of all of my burners was a light bulb. So I'm just like, my stove is on fire, but there's light bulbs instead of burners. Oh, anyways, it was a mess. But yeah, Domino's definitely is going to need to compensate me with not only for my pain and suffering, but also with the pizza that I earned. Someone sent me on Discord the quote free pizza trick. And of course, whenever someone tells me the free pizza trick, I think they're going to say, oh, you want a free pizza, this dick in your mouth? Two people today I have accidentally thought they were going to make a dick joke and they're like, no, what are you talking about? I was like, pizza, dick, what? I'm trying to eat food, man. Pizza. Why are you always thinking about dicks, Steve? I wasn't. I've been built to do this now with all these internet jokes and everyone always making this bullshit happening. I'm now always on guard for a dick joke. I got this guy on Twitch the other day. I said, have you ever put a sock on? And he goes, have I ever put a sock on? Yeah. And then I say, sock on this dick. Oh, he got it. He bit it. He bit it. I can't catch a fish, but I can catch a Twitch streamer all day long. Speaking of that, might try and go fishing on Sunday, I hope. It's getting really hot though, man. It's about 195, 100 today, which I might have to get one of those big, I don't know, the fucking hats that go all big. What do you call those fucking things? They're they're weaved together. Whatever that hat is called. To get one of those. Pissing me off. Can't even think straight. Pizza's on my brain, fucking me up. Pizza this dick. Rice farmer hat, sombrero. I should get a sombrero. I was not going for sombrero. I was going for one of the ones where, I don't know, where you're in the middle of some marsh and you have your boat doesn't have a motor. It just has a stick that you just put it through. And then when I have that memory, I'm thinking, oh, they're wearing this one type of hat. Straw hat. There you go. Whatever. Anyways, last week we talked about Tony Hawk scamming the world. And today when I checked my Discord, the dude Blubberboy said, I'm in last place and I still advance to the next round. So it's getting even more unethical than we thought before. We thought it would only take like the top, I don't know, what do you think? The top 3 from each group. That way, they would cut the competition down. So instead of 100,000 entries, it would cut it down to like, I don't know, 20,000. But no, they're not eliminating anyone. Why? Because they still want everyone to pay for votes. And I get it. It goes to a good cause, but as someone was saying the other day, there's all these administrative fees. Someone's getting rich off of this fucking scam. Who is it? I don't know. We got to get the damn Project Veritas go over there, fucking investigate Tony Hawk. Investigate 9/11. Investigate 3/11. No, investigate Tony Hawk. This podcast is going terribly, by the way. I watched The Cable Guy. Never saw that movie before. I'm not the biggest Jim Carrey fan, although I think I'd probably be a bigger fan if I've never seen Truman Show from beginning to end. And then a lot of the movies he's in are like made for kids. So if I went back and watched The Mask, I'd be annoyed. The Pet Detective, all his weird faces and jumping around, annoying. I'm trying to think of what I've seen him in that I really liked. There's a handful of things. You know what? I should go back and watch Truman Show. Anyways, The Cable Guy was great because maybe it was the weed. I was smoking on the W. But halfway through, I'm like, oh, this guy's a bad guy. Oh, fucking asshole, dude. What a piece of shit. And then, like, you know, an hour goes by and I'm like, oh, man, he's not that bad. He's just mentally fucked up. You feel bad for the bad guy. And then at the end, you're like, oh, he's dead. And then he comes back to life. Whatever. I should check out Liar Liar too. Yeah, give me a list. Give me a list of Jim Carrey things to watch that aren't... Listen, I don't want to see him fall out of an elephant's asshole anymore. Okay, I've seen that style of his acting a million times. No more falling out of the elephant's butthole. I think we've all seen enough of that for the rest of our lives. That's all the topics I have, unless some of you guys have some topics. I can read you guys some entries from my book that'll one day be coming out. Some new entries. These are made up stories about wrestling. Goldberg originally wanted his wrestling name to be Sonic the Hedgehog. What an idiot. Ric Flair told him that name was copyrighted, so he jackhammered Ric Flair's asshole. That's how his finishing move was created. The jackhammer. See? That would be one page. And I need to find someone to animate each story. Here's the next one. Mankind got his name in an unusual way. He asked Vince McMahon, "How does my outfit look when I get sweaty?" Vince McMahon replied, "Man, kinda gay." Then he changed his name to Man Kinda Gay, but shortened it for TV purposes. Mankind. Look at that. That's genius. That's genius writing right there. Diamond Dallas Page invited Rey Mysterio Jr. over for a lesson in yoga. Rey doesn't speak English, so he thought it was slang for cocaine. Needless to say, they both flexed each other's assholes, and they were high as hell all night. One day I fucked China right in her ass, but halfway through, the Hardy Boys did a swanton bomb, and all three of us completely fell into her vagina. Luckily, Spike Dudley had a ladder, and we all climbed out and thanked her for her service. Okay, I don't want to spoil it, but I got what, like 40 pages written already. Considering each page is only one sentence, I have like 40 stories. I was gonna make up like 2 or 3 every single day and then have a giant, like, Bible-sized book of wrestling stories. I think it would just be called, like, My Stories with Wrestling, based on a true story. I want someone to pick up that book randomly. Do they still have Borders? Someone randomly picks up a book at a bookstore and that's the first fucking thing they read. They're just gonna be like, what? That's the plan. And that's the podcast. We usually try to get this podcast to go about 40 minutes. But like I said, uneventful week. So, nothing going on. I hope you guys are having a great weekend. On my YouTube channel, I did a manual today where I went up and did a little U-turn, and people on YouTube comments will find a way to be a bitch about anything. Some kids came up to me and asked me what my YouTube channel was. And I said, my YouTube channel is Ninja Lifestyle. And someone in the comments was like, you shouldn't have told him that. Your channel's for adults. Also, I got a weird comment today. My second, it's got to be the same person. I had a comment where I won some money on a slot machine. So as I'm filming the slot machine, I'm going, damn, I can't fucking believe I won, dude. Fuck, that's like $500. I only fucking bet 5 cents. And then the comment said, your language is filthy. I can't imagine how anyone would talk such dirty language. And then I got one today where I said I said like, time to cook a fucking ribeye. And no other bad words. And someone writes, your language is so filthy. Like, you didn't know you were on YouTube? Whatever. Maybe that's why I'm shadow banned. But I do think it's funny that whoever that person is keeps getting recommended my videos, and they keep clicking them, not knowing it's me. Now you're gonna get a bad word here and there. What do they say? Sometimes to make an omelet, you gotta break some eggs? You gotta break some fucking eggs, I mean? Okay, well, that's the whole podcast. Can I get a, oh, hell yeah, from you guys? It seems like we just hell yeah'd, doesn't it? Doesn't it seem like we just did that? We do this podcast every single Friday right around 3:30 p.m. Pacific time. Today was not our best work, but last week was a 10 out of 10. Last week's podcast was a 10 out of 10. I'm sure all the first-time viewers are like, yeah, sure it was. Sure it was good. I promise it was good. All right, we got Day. We got Mr. Defo, Etilmania, Scrambles, Meatball, Keith, Infamy, Paul, Love My Toe, Line 6, Day. That's all I got for you guys. If you missed the podcast, which I can't imagine anyone missing today's podcast, you can always find the repeat. It comes out on Sundays on iTunes, on Podbean, on Spotify, podcast app, on YouTube, on everything. Anywhere where they have podcasts, you can find this. Just type in Stop Crying Poser. I hope you guys all have a great weekend. I'm not going to stop streaming, but the official podcast is over. So as I always say, don't drink too much, don't drink too little, and have a wonderful weekend, people. Domino's, I want my free pizza. I earned it.